Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is sort of like a wrap up to my Shop My Stash for the first half of this year. I feel like I've been thinking about this video for months now, and I actually have been thinking about it for months. This is going to be a whole collection declutter. Don't get too excited. It won't be a big declutter. It'll be like 1 or 2 items per category. If you know me, you know I have a really hard time decluttering stuff. I never do this. I think I've had 1 declutter video in the entire 5 years I've had a channel. So this is a big deal for me. But I'm ready. I'm definitely ready to let go of some things. Although I say that, and I'm definitely going to have a let go pile, and I'm going to have a chopping block pile. And the chopping block stuff will be stuff that I'll use over the next month, maybe 2 months, and make a decision if I want to keep it or not. But yeah, let's get started. We're just going to kind of go through section by section here. I've got lip stuff up here, plus some eyeshadow, so that's where we're going to start. I do have some lipstick stuff back here, but I'm not going to pull those out just because it's kind of a pain. But I will look through them and see if there's anything I would like to let go. I also apologize if the camera sometimes shakes. It's the floor, you know, I'm trying not to move too much, but I still need to move to do this. So I'm already looking at this, and I know there's some items I want to declutter. So first, I want to declutter this. This is new, and I'm not in focus. This is new to me, and I went through a lot of it, but I realized I kind of went back and used this recently, and I was like, I don't really like it. It's a little thick and a little sticky. I like the color. It was a little different, but I don't love it enough to keep it, and I don't want to use it, if that makes sense. So it's something that I think I'm going to let go. I think my lighting is a little too bright, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. A chopping block item is this. I'm not 100% sure I want to keep this. This was a Misha product. It was called something like Gem something or other. Oh no, sorry, Wish Stone Tint Velvet. And the color, well, I'll open it up and you'll see. I was like, whoa. That color is definitely an extremely bright color. Just a little bit too bright for me. But I feel like summertime, if there's any time I'm going to use this, it's going to be now. And I want to play with it for a little bit and really see, yes, I want to keep it, or no, I don't want to keep it. This guy is technically on the chopping block, and it has nothing to do with the product itself. I actually really like this product. It's the So Juicy lip gloss, plumping lip gloss from ColourPop in the shade Partly Rowdy is the shade name. And the reason why this is on the chopping block is, can you see that the lid is cracked right there? I took this with me traveling, and it got everywhere, and the package is still kind of sticky. I like this product. It's something that I want to like throw in my purse, but I can't because of that crack in the lid. And I'm sure, yeah, I could tape it, but it's never going to be the same. It's always going to kind of goop out. So I do want to try and use like maybe half of this product. This is an honorary lip project pan product. I want to throw it in my lip project pan, and I'd like to kind of get to like maybe halfway through the U and then call it on that guy, because I do like it. I want to use a bit more of the product. I'm not ready to let it go, but I kind of have to let it go at some point because it's kind of gross. Back here on the lipsticks in the back. So I think I'm going to get rid of this. I've kept this for a long time, and I've tried using it recently, and I've just decided, no, it's not going to work for me. This is a NARS lipstick. I don't know the formula of this, but it's in the shade Orgasm. It came in a lip kit, and I just don't like the formula of this. It's very dry, and the lipstick is very glittery. It just does not look nice on the lips. I can kind of make it work, but I feel like it's just too much effort. And I have a lot of other lip products that I like way more than this. I want to be able to throw in a lip product and not think too hard about it. And this is one that I always question myself with when I use it. And yeah, so I'm definitely going to declutter that. Oh, I need to like separate things out here because I'm going to get confused. Another lip product is on the chopping block, and the reason why it's on the chopping block is because it's fairly new to me, so I haven't used it a whole lot. So that's why I'm not 100% sure I'm ready to let it go just yet, kind of like the Bite one. I've used the Bite one enough to know that I don't really like it. But this guy, the thing I think with this one, it's the Marc Jacobs, I think High Enamel Shine or something like that. It had a big long name. It's in Sugar Sugar, and the reason why I'm not a big fan of this is that shade, Sugar Sugar. It gives me like invisible lips at times, and I'm not sure I'm down with that, but it may have a place still. So I'm gonna play with it for a little bit and see if I want to keep it. If not, it's gonna go. I have another lip product that's in the same vein as that Wish Stone. It's this little mini from Givenchy, and the reason why I keep it is it's because it's from Givenchy. But you'll see the color. The color is quite bright. Not a color I will wear regularly, but I do want to give it a chance. I feel like I have not properly really thought about this one, and I want to give it a bit more of a go and see if it's one that I want to keep or not. Okay, that's it for now for lip products. I am looking at a couple other ones, and I'm like, am I a new girl? So we'll see where we get with those first chopping block items. If I feel like I've used those first chopping block items, I'll come back to a couple of more items. I probably won't film a second round, but there are a few more items I'm looking at that I'm like, and they're in the similar vein of those other two items. They're just very bright colors. And while I don't mind having one or two bright colors, I don't need like 6. One or two will do me just fine. So let's get into eyeshadows. So in the top drawer here is sort of like the cream type eyeshadows, and I already know which two I'm going to pull out of this. The first one is this ColourPop eyeshadow. This is a Jelly Matte Shadow in She Grown. I barely used this and it dried out. I knew it was going to dry out. It's my fault for not using it enough. But everybody talked about how this is the old packaging. I think the new packaging is glass. This is plastic. And yeah, it completely dried out. I couldn't use it. So that's what the shade looks like. And I talked about this. I did like a matchup of a shade from the Carly Bible palette that was similar to this. And I do have a couple other shades that are like this. Notably another single that I'll show you in a second. But yeah, that's gonna go. Another item that's gonna go, I'm gonna just bet that this is dried out, and even if it's not, I don't want to use it. This is a Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Burnished Sienna. It came in a little trio. I'm not even sure why I bought this trio because the colors were not really my colors. I did use up the other two. They did dry out. Well, one of them really dried out. The other one I used up as much as I could. But I just know I'm not going to use this color. So let's just see if it's dried out. Oh yeah, it's pretty dry. So I'm just not going to bother. I know I'm not going to really use that color. And yeah, there it is on my hand. It's pretty, but it's just not really something for me to wear regularly, and it's drying out, so I might as well let it go now. Another item I'm sadly letting go. So I don't really want to declutter this, but I'm going to do it. It's this Metal Shock Shadow from Essence. This was in Stars and Stories. I love this. It was so pretty. The reason why I gotta let it go is the little wand broke. There was a sponge on the end of that. I was like, well, maybe I'll use it with like, dabbing it in. But I've actually, if I look inside the product, and I don't know how well you can see it on the side here, but I've used a fair amount of this product. I used it quite a bit when I originally got it. Because I didn't really have any eyeshadows like this, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't know if they still sell these. I haven't looked in store recently to see. They might have them online, but I'm not sure they still sell those or not. It's a really nice product, but yeah, time to let that one go. And that's all that I want to let go from that drawer. This drawer, the only things I'm going to let go of in this drawer are these two pencils in the middle here. I've talked on and off about keeping these. Do I want to keep them? Do I not want to keep them? I can maybe use them as bases. I'm just not going to. So let's just let it go. They're from the Color Workshop. I can't remember what set this is from. If this is from the 2018 set or not. They're fine. They still work nicely. I've never even sharpened these. But yeah, I'm just, you know what? Let's be real with myself. Not really going to use them. So we're going to let those go. If I'm going to use a base, I'm going to use the NYX ones that I have. The white, the black, the pink, or some of those other colors that I have. I'm really not going to use these two. pains me a little bit to let those go because they're so usable still. But I gotta be real with myself here. So in here, this is what I was talking about, the shade that's fairly similar to She Grown. I think you can kind of see it. This is from Ace Beauté and Cotton, I think it's Cotton Candy. Yeah, Cotton Candy. You can see it's got that same pink gold. This, I will be honest, it stained your eyes. Because I put this in my last Shop My Stash 2 weeks ago. And I did wear this. I really like the color, it looks really nice, but it does stain your eyelids. Is there anything here? I feel like, I kind of want to put this on the chopping block. This is from ColourPop. This is in the shade Basic Instinct. I'm just not 100% sure how much I'm going to use this as a single, but I want to play with it a bit more. It's a really pretty color. I think this one might take me into fall. I might keep this for a little while longer in terms of a chopping block item, but I do really want to play with this and see if it's something that I really, really want to keep or not. Okay, and that's everything up here. Let's move on to the top drawer in my cabinet here. So this is the top drawer in my cabinet that has like my powder, my foundation, my concealer, and my primer. I don't want to get rid of any of my primers. They're all fine. I don't have that many. Foundations is going to be hard. I know for sure I want to get rid of this. These are 2 little minis that I got from Wet n Wild. I got 6 minis. This shade is definitely not a good shade for me. So this one's definitely going to get decluttered. I don't want that. And I'm not going to be able to make it work. Even if I like lighten it, the shade is really off. Like the tone of the shade is off. This one pains me, but I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to let this go. Again, I could make this work. I have other foundations that I can mix this with to lighten it. However, I also have other foundations like this one that are too dark that I need to lighten as well. And yeah, there's too many foundations. This one's the newest to me. Yeah, I'm gonna declutter this one. Now, for all these things that I'm decluttering, if there's anything that you're interested in as you're watching this, I mean, I know some of these things are older. This one's not. This one's from January 2022, so that's one of my newer products. If there is something that you're interested in, shoot me an email. I might be able to send you some stuff if there's something you want to try. If something's like really old, I'll just be like, yeah, I've thrown that out or whatever. I'll try and respond to you if you do email me. But yeah, if you're interested in any of these products, let me know and I'll send them to you if I can. So I'm just going to put that out there because I don't want to see anything really go wasted. If I don't hear from anybody on certain products that I think can go to somebody else, I will message friends and family. But I'll give you guys first dibs, I guess, since you're seeing this now. And I guess any of my friends and family if you're watching this too. But yeah, I'm gonna let this guy go. Again, I need to do this, and that's definitely one of them that needs to go. I think that's it for foundation that I'm ready to say goodbye to. Yeah. So concealers, I know for sure there's one I want to get rid of. Everything else, I'm not sure about yet, but this one is a definite yes. I've had this for a really long time, and it's never gonna finish. I'm never gonna finish this, and I don't want to heat pan it, so we're just gonna let it go. This is the IT Cosmetics 5 Under Eye Illuminator Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer in the shade Light Brackets Ultra Fair. It is ultra fair. It is so light, and it's really thick, and every winter I pull this out thinking, am I pale enough for this at this point? Do I want to wear this at this point? And this is just, it's not happening. It's not happening. I've had this for a really long time. I think this came in an Ipsy, I want to say, or maybe it was a 100-point perk. I don't know. I got this, I didn't pay for this, I don't think, directly. But yeah, we're going to say goodbye to that. Goodbye. Bye-bye, under eye. Powder, I'm going to let this go. I've talked about this on and off and on and off and on and off, and we're going to say goodbye to this. I gave it a good go, but we're done. It's the Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup, and has SPF 15. I did hit pan on it, so yay on that, but you can see there's hard pan on this. It looks pretty nasty. I've had this for a while. I don't have a sticker on it. It's probably fallen off. I've definitely had this for a very long time. So we're just going to say goodbye to it. I don't really like this formula. I know a lot of people love this. I just feel like it's a little cakey on my skin, and I think the tone of this just doesn't work for me. I don't know if you can kind of see, it's a little bit yellow, and it just, yeah, it doesn't sit nicely on my skin compared to a lot of my other powders. So that one's gonna go, and I think I'm good. I was gonna let go of this Nude by Nature one potentially, which is in soft sand, but mixing it with a bit of that Wet n Wild is actually working for me. I would actually be really, really interested in trying this in a shade that's better for me, because I do like the way this looks. So even though the color is off, it goes on. I bet it's very similar to Bare Minerals, which I haven't tried. Have I tried Bare Minerals? I can't remember. I feel like I did try a Bare Minerals thing at one point, but it's so long ago. But it makes me think of what probably Bare Minerals looks like. It actually looks very smooth on the skin and sits really, really nicely on the skin. I don't know about all day, like longevity, but when I first put it on in the morning, I was like, wow, that does look really nice on your skin, but the tone is off for me. It's actually not a whole lot. I thought it was going to be like way too dark. It's more, again, I have really pink undertones, and this almost pulls peachy, yellowy peachy, like just in a, it's just too warm tone for me. It's not cool toned. I could probably go with something like, this is W4. If there was like a C3 or a C2, that's probably where I'm at, or an N2, but yeah, I'm not going to get rid of that because I feel like I can make that work and use it up, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, I think that's everything in this top drawer for now. There's a couple other items that I think could be, you know what, I am going to pull out this because I think this is a chopping block. Making a mess here. I think this is a chopping block item for me. Again, another concealer that's really, really light on me, which might be tricky for me to call in the summertime, but I kind of want to try it and see. Yeah, we're gonna put that in the chopping block category. Okay, this is the eye drawer. Again, I don't see myself decluttering a whole lot from here. Mascara wise, I think we're gonna say goodbye. When did I open this guy? I feel like I just opened this one. I can't remember. I need to go back and see which one. It's gonna be one of these two. I'm gonna let go of one of these two from Essence. I just need to figure out which one, because I feel like, okay, we're gonna keep that one, and we're gonna actually let go of this one. This one's the Volume Stylist Curl and Hold Mascara. This is the Great Lash Big Mascara, and then this is Big Papa. Just none of these did anything for me. These two definitely have done nothing for me. This one's kind of a sad let go, but I just don't feel like it does anything for me. I could put this in a chopping block. Let's throw this in the chopping block just to give it one more last hurrah. But these two can go. I feel like I've had this one for a while. I think this was in my testing. I can't really remember. I'm going to let that one go. I need to double check though. I will double check. It's going to be one of these two that are going to go. Brow product. So I am going to get rid of this guy. This was from Ardell. I barely use this. I can't make it work. It's not happening. It's a brow pen, but it's got like little, you can barely even see it, but it's got like two little prongs on it. I don't know how well that will show up on camera. You see, there's two little prongs on it. But I can't get this to work for me. It's too awkward. It doesn't really show up. I have to actually press hard to get the stuff to come out, and then that defeats the purpose of the two prongs. So we're saying goodbye to that. That's a definite goodbye. I think that's it for brows for now. Oh, no. That's not it for brows for now. There's two other things that are going to go. So I am going to get rid of these two brow gels. I've had both of these for a really long time. I think they're both used, in my opinion. There's probably a bit of the Make Me Brow product left, but I think it's just time. I think it's getting old. It's just not performing the same. I would call these empties, not really declutters, because I feel like they're done. Like, I feel like I've used them as much as I can use them, and they're done. So those are technically going to be empties. Liquid eyeliner. I don't think there's anything from a liquid eyeliner perspective to get rid of just yet. pencil eyeliner. I am going to get rid of this. So this was in my last Shop My Stash, and I was like, well, I'm going to give it a go. It is drying out. Even when I sharpen it, it's drying out. And you can kind of tell that by, I don't know how well you can see it, but the pencil part, like the core, is sort of separating a little bit from the like wood part. And yeah, this just color, if this were like a darker blue, I'd be okay with it. But this bright blue is just, again, fantasy Am would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a bright blue eyeliner. And then I do it, and I'm like, wow, I really don't like the way that looks on me. Especially with this, like I said, it's drying out, it's too stiff. It's really hard to get like a nice smooth line without, like, I'm worried about like damaging the skin around my eyes. So unfortunately this has got to go. I think that's it from an eyeliner perspective. I'm kind of okay with everything else. There's nothing else that I'm really in a rush to say goodbye to at this point. So we're gonna leave it at that. All right, this drawer, this drawer is a doozy, and it's looking pretty jammed because I have blush, bronzer, and highlight all in one drawer. I know I need to split these out, but it irritates me and my OCD that I have 2 drawers that I can put these 3 categories in. So how do I divide it up? My brain doesn't like that. My brain's like, I can't separate them. If I had 3 drawers, I could give each one a drawer, but I don't. I could maybe rearrange things. I might do that. I might rearrange things and give each one of these a drawer, even though that gives me... I'm going to be open and honest here. Yes, I am decluttering stuff. It really is to give me more room and freedom to start buying new products to review and test. That's a big fundamental reason for me doing this. Completely honest, I have a YouTube channel, and it's part of, I know it's a hobby, but one of the reasons why I do have the YouTube channel, and I said this at the very, very beginning, why I created it, was to review and test products and share how those go with other people so that they can, make more informed purchasing decisions. And if I don't purchase things, I can't do that. So let's declutter stuff. We're going to start with the hard category first, and it's blush. And I've thought about this a lot. I already know which ones I'm going to declutter. So the first 2 that I'm going to declutter are these 2, and none of these are bad. They're all good. I'm just thinking about what I want to keep in my collection and what I'm going to use. And these 2, I'm just probably not going to use more regularly than other stuff. I can see myself using this one more, the Peri Para. I am kind of sad to let this go. But I need to make room, and that's one that is going to go. And I have like no feelings for this one whatsoever. It's nice. I like it. It's a bit redundant to some other blushes that I have, this Manna Kadar one. It's got a nice sheen to it. I can open it. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but it does have a really nice sheen to it. It's a little bit like Orgasm, if the camera will focus. Let me bring you in here. So it reminds me a little bit of Orgasm in the sense that it's got like that pinky, peachy, shimmery look. So those 2 are gonna go. They're gonna get decluttered. I'm also gonna declutter this, and this kind of makes me sad. But one of the reasons why this is getting the chopping block is because it's new-ish. This is a year old. I got it in July 2022. So I feel comfortable I can pass this on to somebody. Somebody else can try this. This is the Milani blush in Rose Doro. Again, I thought this was going to be a little bit pinkier than what it is. It turns out to be a little bit more warm-toned on me than I would like, which is, it's not a bad thing, but from a preference perspective, yeah, you can kind of see there. It's a little bit more orangey than the Manna Kadar one, which you wouldn't really expect. I don't know. I didn't really expect that when I bought this. It looks nice on. It's a nice blush. I had to make a cut, and this is getting the cut essentially. Everything else blush wise, I'm not ready to say goodbye to. From a bronzer perspective, there's 2 bronzers I'm going to let go of. This is the first one. Again, this is a newer product to me. I got this, new-ish, December 2021. So a month before so it's a year. It's old. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that new, but it's newish to me. So again, I wouldn't feel bad passing this along to somebody else. I still feel like it's pretty new. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Palm Beach Ready. Again, really, really nice. It's got a nice shimmer to it if you like a bit of a shimmery bronze. Nice summer. You could use this, like if you're a bit of a deeper skin tone, or if you tan or self-tan, you could use this as like an all-over body shimmer, I think. I think that would be really pretty. But yeah, I just need to make room, and this is one of the ones that I'm like, okay, we're gonna say goodbye to that one. Another one that I'm gonna say goodbye to is this one. This one's perfectly good. It's the perfect bronzer from Annabelle, just in the shade Bronzer, and I'm just getting rid of this because the shade of this is not my favorite. I wanted to keep it because it's nice and small, so it's great for travel. But I don't love the tone of this, and I'd rather, again, have more room in my collection for other stuff that I would like to try. And I already have two smaller, or well, three in the Tower 28, even though it's a full size. But I've got this guy, and I feel like having the NARS one makes it easier to let go of this one in terms of minis. But yeah, and the Annabelle's a Canadian brand, so if you've never tried Annabelle, it's a nice product, and I like that it's nice and small. I was in the store, Walmart, the other day, and they had a bunch of Annabelle in that store that had like, they have small highlights and stuff in this sort of smaller packaging, and I really appreciate the smaller packaging because you're never going to finish it all. So that guy is going to go. Again, highlights, I talked about this one. So this is sort of chopping block-ish. This is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Illuminati. If this wasn't so gold, I would have liked it a little bit better. It's a really pretty highlight. But what I'm going to do with this is going to try and mix it with some body lotion. We're gonna try it and see if I like it. I know I was like, I don't like the glow in the Soul Body. Part of the reason why I don't like that glow is it's sort of reddish. I also feel like with this I can control how much glitter I put in the lotion. The Soul Body doesn't bother me so much now because there's very little glitter in with the oil because I dumped all the glitter out, which was a task, but it was doable for the most part. So yeah, so this is sort of like chopping block. It's coming out of like the makeup collection because it's going to go with like body stuff. And the other highlight I'm going to get rid of is this one. It's nice. I just don't see myself using it very regularly, and that's basically the sum of it. It's called the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Diamond Dust from Laura Geller. I believe I got this in, what is that beauty subscription called? It was from a beauty box that I had recently, last year, or I guess, no, 2021. Really pretty highlight. It's interesting because it looks kind of white, but it's not really white at all. So it kind of looks white in the pan. It's a nice soft, but you can see it's sort of like a pinky. It's very pink and metallic. You can blend it out, and it looks really, really nice. Like, it's a nice finish. I need to let something go, and this is an easy thing for me to let go and feel comfortable with. Nothing else I'm feeling like I can easily let go. Because like there's a couple things, like I was thinking about this one, even thinking about this one, but I feel like I've barely used this one, the Pixie one. Even this guy, but I can't really give this to anybody because it's like repressed. Yeah, so there's nothing here that I feel like I can easily either give to somebody else. I mean this one, but again, I really like this one, so I don't want to get rid of that one. I guess this one could be one that I could give away, but I like it too. So yeah, I'm pretty good with these highlights. I don't want to get rid of any of those. And then yeah, there's a couple things in the back here, but I don't want to get rid of either of those. Those are a couple loose highlights from the Carly Bible palette, and then a couple of, we've got the L'Oreal Lumi. I keep seeing this on sale, so if you're wanting to buy this has been coming up on sale here and there. And then the Too Faced one, which I finally started using after like not touching it forever. But yeah, so that's a big category. That was a big for me mentally. That was a big thing. I'm trying to think of what else. Okay, so next stage is eyeshadow. I do have another lip drawer. Like I have a bin of lip stuff. Let's maybe take a look at what's in there first before we hit eyeshadows. Okay, this is the lip drawer that I have, and I've kind of skimmed through the lip stuff, and there's nothing in this lip thing that I'm really like yes, I'm going to get rid of right now. And I know there's some stuff in here that I do want to play with that could be chopping block stuff, but they're more seasonally appropriate. Like, I don't want to use them now. An example is this. So, this liquid lipstick, it's more like a reddish orange, and I just know I'm not going to use this in the summer, but I'm going to maybe try it in the fall and see how well it works in the fall for me. Yeah, so this guy, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, there's nothing that I'm quickly eyeballing here that I want to get rid of just yet. Because a lot of these are deeper colors that I'll wear, like, I'll either wear in the fall, and if I don't wear in the fall, then at the end, I don't want to say maybe, we're not doing maybes. At the end of the year, I'm going to let some of those go that I'm mentally kind of calculating. So one of them would be this, because I feel like this was drying out, if I remember correctly. Same with this one. I think this one was drying out. But yeah, and same with this. This was drying out as well. So I want to see if I can use them this fall. If not, they're going to go. And then lip liners. I did do a lip liner sort of declutter a while ago. So I'm happy with all these lip liners. They're all unique. I don't want to get rid of any of them right now. And then these are just like my lip glosses. And there's nothing in the lip balms. There's nothing in the lip balm category that I am itching to get rid of. Actually, you know what? There is one item. It's going to be a chopping block item. This guy. This is the chapstick hydration oil, basically. Total hydration. I think I remember I didn't really like the way this sort of like tasted. It's called Sweet Nectar. And I just remember it being very like chemically. So we're going to give this a go. Because I feel like this is a chopping block item. I feel like I haven't used it enough to say, yes, I want to get rid of it. But I think it might be something I will get rid of. That's one chopping block. I have a lot of lip products in the chopping block. As you can tell, that's probably one of the hardest categories for me to let go of products from. Okay, second category that's hard to let go of is eyeshadow. This potentially might be a long video, so I'm hoping you went and got a coffee or something stronger to watch this. So yeah, my eyeshadow drawers are kind of messy. I need to reorganize them. The issue that I have, and I don't know if you can see it even along here, my drawers are all effed up and I can't fix them. I've tried fixing them. I bought like straps to like try and reshape the sides, and the problem is it sort of like bows out. So I need to buy new drawers, which is kind of painful, but because I've only had these drawers for like a year, I think. I didn't have them for very long. Eyeshadow, I haven't done a whole lot of thought on eyeshadow, so this is going to be just sort of like a cursory skim, because like there's some stuff back in here that I know I need to like dig into, but I'm just, I'm not mentally there yet to do that. But this is going to be a chopping block item. This guy is the Aritza Beauty Palette. I feel like I like this for travel, but it's just, again, it's maybe redundant with other stuff that I have. You know what? I'm just going to say goodbye to it. I liked it. Really good product. Really enjoyed it, but I want to maybe see if I can pass this on to somebody. Give somebody else a chance to play with it. This one's a definite. I've talked about this on and off. I'm ready to let this go. I liked these shades. It worked really well for travel, but it's not my jam. There's like a fluff or something on there. I really like this shade. I thought about maybe just depotting that shade, but honestly, I can't be bothered. It's a nice little palette. It was great for travel. But yeah, I'm ready to let that go. This is another palette. I feel like this is going to be a chopping block palette. I liked this. I like the shades in it. I might depot some of this. Yeah, this is going to be chopping block. I got to make some decisions here and let some stuff go. And this is one that I don't have very strong feelings towards, that I feel like I would be okay with either depotting or just getting rid of it altogether. So we're going to play with that guy for a little bit. Nothing else that I can see quickly here that I would like to get rid of just yet. There's some things that are going to be soonish, but not just yet. Actually, you know what? I like this, but again, I think I'm ready to move this one on. See if somebody else would like this. It was fun to play with, and I like some of the shades. Like I talked about, these shades here can look so pretty. They take a bit of work. I had to like dig into them a little bit to really build them up. But really like these shades. Yeah, I'd like to pass this on to somebody. If somebody wants this, let me know, because I'd like to pass this on to somebody. Otherwise, it might end up being like this guy that I end up keeping, which I guess is another one. If somebody wants this. Oh, my packaging's starting to bubble on this guy. Oh, that's a shame. Something got under the packaging there. I don't know why that's bubbled, but this is the Tarte, what do you call this? Be You Naturally palette. It's kind of old though. This is from 2019, so I don't know. Again, I kind of say maybe I'll just project pan some of this, because I can easily pan like these two shades, or these three. This starts getting into gold tones, which I'm not great with gold tones, but like these three, I could hit pan on those, I think. So we'll keep that, because I think that's kind of old. I don't really want to give that to anybody. But yeah, if anybody's wanting this one, I think I'm ready to let this one go. There's not much here that I'm thinking about letting go. This one. We're going to depot this. I'm going to keep a couple of shades. I definitely see myself keeping like this shade, maybe this shade, 3 shades. I want to try, so what I was going to do with these is maybe try do nail polish with them. So I'm going to go put this with my nail polish and try that first before I destroy this palette and start, yeah, like keeping a couple of these shades. But yeah, I'm ready to let this go. What is it, by the way? It's the Under My Skin palette from Miss Fame. So Miss Fame is a drag queen, and this I think was like her only product. She might have had another product. I don't know if she had anything else. Made in Italy, so you know, really nice. I know a lot of people like lost their minds when they got this in their lucky bag. They were so disappointed. I was not disappointed. I actually quite liked the product. It wasn't what I expected, and I know some other people got nicer palettes than this one, or like, I don't want to say nicer, because the quality of this one was nice. Just more usable palettes. It's just not a super usable palette, I think, for the average person. And then this is probably gonna, oh, maybe it won't shock people. I'm gonna depot this and say goodbye. End of an era. This is the Chocolate Bar palette from Too Faced. This isn't the OG, but it's pretty old. Yeah, I've thought about this. I'm gonna depot some shades in this. Like, I know I can finish this shade. I'm gonna be able to finish that shade. I think I want to pull out maybe these two. I kind of realize I don't have a lot of single sort of browns like this shade. It's not super dark, but still darker than this. And I might pull this one too. Maybe this one. But that's it. I definitely won't be pulling this one. Gilded Ganache. I barely used Gilded Ganache. And this shade always disappointed me. I always wanted this to look more like it does in the pan, and it ends up just looking brown on the eye. It just was always a disappointment to me. These 3 shades were always kind of a disappointment to me. But yeah, we're going to depot this and say goodbye. Goodbye. I think that's it. I feel like there's nothing else here that I'm really itching to like. There's one palette I'm looking at that's a maybe. But I'm not even really like, I don't have the room to test this right now because I need to test some other stuff. This is a maybe. This is a maybe let go. This is the Shades of Roses by B. Bella. It's very different for me, which is one of the reasons why I want to keep it. It's also something I'm probably not going to use very regularly. Yeah. Everything else here is good for now. Everything else is safe. You're all safe for now. Yeah, that's it. So I'll just kind of quickly recap and show you what I've decluttered. Again, that's not a huge declutter. I also don't have a huge collection. So like for me to get rid of like 20 blushes would be getting rid of all of my blushes. But just even paring down a little bit is a big deal for me. Again, I've said this a million times. I have a really hard time decluttering. I know it's a mental thing. letting things go, of like, and I'm not even a big hoarder. If you come and look at my place, I don't have a lot of stuff compared to some other people. I would say mid-range on the stuff that I have. But makeup and certain makeup items I feel like are harder to let go. Certain categories for me are harder to let go than other categories, if that makes sense. Okay, let's do a summary. So here we are with, can't even see that. So here we are with everything that I am decluttering. This is all the declutter stuff. I think there's 27 items, which I feel like is really good for me. I don't know what that equals into like my whole collection. Probably not a whole lot. If we maybe don't count single eyeshadows. I'll tell you what that is. I'll see if I can do the math and figure out what percentage of my whole collection that is, but I feel pretty good about that. Yeah, there was a few items that I was like, I thought this was going to be harder, but I think because I've been mentally preparing myself for this for literally months, it's made it easier for me to like be like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. And like I said, there's probably still a few more items that are potential chopping block items later on this year. These are my chopping block items, and then these are the palettes that I'm going to depot / play with in terms of nail polish. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, so I'm super happy. I feel good. Do you feel good? I feel good. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.